Gregor Mendel Life History and Discoveries. Gregor Mendel was a scientist who is often referred to as the «father of genetics». He lived in the 19th century and made some important discoveries about how traits are passed from parents to their children. Here's a kid-friendly overview of his life history and discoveries. Early life. Gregor Mendel was born on July 20, 1822, in a place called Heinzendorf, which is now in the Czech Republic. He grew up on a farm and enjoyed working with plants and animals. Experiments with pea plants. Mendel became a monk and lived in a monastery. He was also a curious scientist who wanted to understand how traits, like eye color or height, were inherited from parents to their children. He chose to study pea plants because they were easy to grow and had clear traits that he could observe. 3 important discoveries. Law of segregation. Mendel discovered that there are factors, we now call them genes, that determine traits. These factors come in pairs, one from each parent. When the pea plants made seeds, these factors separated into different seeds. This is why children can inherit traits from both parents. Law of independent assortment. Mendel found that different traits, like flower color and seed shape, are inherited independently of each other. Just because a plant has one trait, like tall height, doesn't mean it will have another trait, like purple flowers. Dominant and recessive traits. Mendel also learned about dominant and recessive traits. Some traits are dominant, meaning they show up even if there's only one factor for that trait. Other traits are recessive, meaning they only show up if there are 2 factors for that trait. Sharing his discoveries. Mendel wrote down his findings and did experiments for several years, but his work wasn't well known during his lifetime. It wasn't until many years later that other scientists recognized how important his discoveries were for understanding how traits are inherited. Legacy. Today, Gregor Mendel's work is a fundamental part of biology and genetics. Scientists all around the world use his ideas to understand how traits are passed down through generations. His discoveries helped pave the way for modern genetics and our understanding of DNA. Gregor Mendel's experiments with pea plants helped unlock the secrets of how living things inherit their traits, and his ideas continue to be a big part of the science of genetics that we learn about today.